We've been talking to different archers throughout the last few days, or a couple of days this week, and then, of course, last week we had Chuck Cooley, the pro chair of the NFAA. He was on, Wednesday, and then we've had a couple of archers since then, and we are joined by another one today. Joining us on the phone is Jesse Broadwater. Jesse, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Where are you at, Jesse?
I'm actually in Somerset, Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania, you said?
Yeah, Somerset, Pennsylvania.
Jesse, you've had a lot of success in archery. You're coming out to Yankton, a place that a few years ago you were very successful. I think you won about every event you could at the event here.
Yeah, that was a pretty amazing week there, and I like it out there. It's nice country, and they had a few shoots together out there, and ended up doing pretty good and winning everything there, and that was pretty much the highlight of my career so far.
What do you think about the facility they have for the indoor shooting?
Oh, it's awesome. There's pretty much nothing like it. I'm a big fan of shooting long distance indoors, and they definitely have, good lighting and an awesome facility there. So it's really nice.
Jesse Broadwater with us this morning. He's a professional archer. He'll be in Yankton shooting for $1 million. We've talked to some different people who've been doing that. Jesse himself is a 7-time defending outdoor field champion, first ever archer to shoot a perfect 560 field round, 2-time Vegas champion. The list goes on, Jesse. You've obviously had a tremendous career. How long have you been shooting as a pro?
For a pro, about 11 years, and I've been shooting altogether for about 23 years. I get into it when I was about 6 years old. My dad, he was a bow hunter, and I kind of wanted to do it. I showed some interest in it, and so he got me a hunting bow, and started practicing with it so I could go hunting with him. And about 2 years later, we joined a local bow club, the Cumberland Bow Hunters in Cumberland, Maryland, and started shooting league nights there every Friday night, and a couple tournaments here and there. And I guess my dad and the people there saw I was doing pretty good, so they signed me up for a couple regional shoots and mid-Atlantic shoots, and I actually won those, and so it just kind of all started from there. I just started going to more competitions every year, and picked up a couple sponsors, and here I am today.
Is this your full-time job?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Did you ever imagine when you started doing this, you got the interest, you said, from watching your father, did you ever imagine this would be what you would do as for a full-time job?
I didn't. I thought that maybe I could squeak by for a couple years doing it, but I never imagined that I would be doing it full-time, especially, with the family and kids and trying to support them. So that's definitely a dream come true.
Well, you've obviously had a ton of success. What has helped you become as successful as you are in archery?
I guess, confidence and consistency, and just the love for the sport, and just, it's just a fun thing to do. And now with kids and everything, I want them to enjoy it, and I guess it's just a passion for the sport. And like I said, I started doing it just to be a better bow hunter, and one thing led to another, and shooting target archery definitely makes you a better bow hunter. So that's the main reason why I got into it. So I would say just the passion for the sport, and I want to see the sport grow and continue to do better, and so my kids and other kids have the same opportunity to enjoy it as I did, and as I still do.
Professional archer Jesse Broadwater with us this morning. Jesse, you're shooting for the $1 million prize this weekend. Sometimes these events are outside. This one is inside. Do you do anything different with your equipment for that?
I've been testing a few different, types of arrows and configurations as far as the fletchings and stuff go on them. But basically, I shoot a little bit of a different shot outdoors as I do indoors, and There's a couple little things that I do different, but the main thing is to have confidence. When you're going into a shoot this big and for prize money that's worth that much, I mean, you have to have total confidence, and it would be tough to win $1 million. It's definitely doable, but it's going to take 2 days of almost perfect shooting to do it. So I'm going to be as prepared as I can be and go in with as much confidence as I can, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, it starts with being prepared and being confident. How do you get the mindset going into this shoot where $1 million prize is within reach?
Yeah. Well, basically, I just try not to think about that, and if you go there and just focus on the $1 million, you're more than likely not going to make it very far. It's just too much pressure you're going to put on yourself. So I try not to think about that, and all I try to do is think about the same things that I think about when I'm practicing, which is just have a clear mind, have fun with it, and just to make good shots. And if you make good shots, if I go out there and make 90%, 95% good shots, that's a good weekend. And if I don't win it, if I don't win the tournament or whatever, but I'm still happy with how the shots that I made, then that was a good weekend for me.
Jesse, I was doing some research, and occasionally when your name pops up, there's a word in between your first and last name. It says Freakshow. Is that a nickname you picked up, or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it came from, I used to not practice a lot, and I would still go to these, national and world championships and do pretty well at them. And, at first people just thought it was a fluke or thought I was, just kidding about how much I practiced. But, it came to find out that I really didn't practice that much. And then I would go to these shoots and do pretty well. And, so I guess the name kind of stems from doing that.
Well, there's also some equipment that have that name. Is that coincidence, or are there ties between your nickname and this product?
Oh yeah, there's ties. I have with AAE. There's a rest company. It's actually not a rest company, but I have a rest designed with them with my name on it, and working on a couple other things also using that name just to kind of brand it. And so yeah, it's just a branding type thing, I guess.
Well, obviously you've put in a ton of work, and you've been very successful. And in fact, looking at the NFAA records, it's apparent that you're the most accurate archer in the history of the NFAA. Do you feel like this gives you an advantage going into an event where you kind of got to clean some scores if you're going to get $1 million?
Yeah, I never really thought about it that way, but I guess it does. Like I said, my whole archery career, I've looking back on it now, I can kind of see how consistent I've been over the years, and that's how I want to continue to be. So I guess it's a little bit of an advantage, but for a shoot like this where there's if I do want to go for the $1 million, like I said, you have to have an almost perfect weekend. So I have to step it up a couple notches and really bear down and do some hard practice and go in with the right mindset, go in with 100% confidence, and just try to have a really good weekend. So
there's also a car that you're shooting for, and I'm told that you've won the car 4 times. What do you do with all these cars?
Well, yeah, I have. I don't know. It's just I've just been really lucky when it comes to that car shoot off for some reason. I don't know why, but it's crazy. Just give one to the wife, one to the kids, and keep one for myself, I guess.
Well, if you run out of people to give those things to, just let me know. All right.
Sounds good.
Hey, you won in Arizona a couple weeks ago, and the podium picks. It shows you standing up there, and you've got different colored shoelaces. Was there a reason for that?
Yeah, like I said, we have me and my wife have 3 young kids at home, Molly, Gracie, and Tristan. They're the 2 girls are 4 and 5, and then the boy's 7. And it's hard with all the traveling I do, and as young as they are, to be away from them for 4 days or even a week at a time. And so I always try to find something to do to let them know that I'm always thinking about them. And so I told them this time, I got some new shoes, and I put some pink shoelaces on the one shoe, and that was for the girls, and the blue was for the boys. And I told them, I said, anytime you see pictures or anything like that, when I'm wearing those shoes, just know that I'm thinking about you, and that you're helping me, get through whatever I'm doing or whatever shoot I'm in or anything like that. And they love stuff like that. That makes them feel good, and it makes me feel good. So family definitely comes first in my life. I mean, they mean everything to me. So anything I can do for them, that's pretty much, they're my life. So pretty neat.
Yeah, that's absolutely tremendous. Jesse, how do you feel about your chances of being very successful as you come to Yankton this weekend?
I feel I have confidence, coming off a win from Arizona. I've been doing a little bit of practice, and it's been going pretty good. So I feel good about, how I'm shooting and stuff. But there's a lot of other good shooters out there that, probably put more time into practicing for this shoot than I have. So, it's going to be tough, but I'm just going to go out there and just shoot against myself and try to make good shots, and, we'll just see how it all goes at the end.
Jesse, greatly appreciate the time this morning. An absolute pleasure to talk to you. You've had tremendous success in the world of archery, and look forward to maybe meeting you out here in Yankton when you get here this weekend. And also, travel safe, and best of luck when you get here, all right?
All right, thank you very much. Good talking to you.